Hello and welcome. So I have a question for you today. Do you feel like you have been working harder than ever? You are stuck. This is so common. So many entrepreneurs set out on their entrepreneurial journey with their passion. They're excited. They have high hopes of being able to finally live the lifestyle that they've always wanted, only to end up putting in more hours, more effort, more energy, more time than ever before and not getting the results that they desire. So now we're left just exhausted, right? So if you've tried all of the different strategies or enrolling in all the different courses or using this other method or doing what these people told you to do, or all of these people who say that they had success with doing this one thing, and so you try that too and you just keep piling them on, but yet nothing seems to be changing, I totally understand because I was there too. I was hiring so many different people to try to help me that maybe their method would work, and then getting frustrated because it was time and time again of either empty promises or these methods that worked for somebody else, but I wasn't getting the results and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. Obviously, the common denominator was me, but what was I doing wrong? I was following all the things that everybody was telling me to do. I was listening to all the advice that people told me. I was posting 1,000,000 times a day, it felt like, and trying to do all of these different things that I was told time and time again. This is what you need to do, or this is what you need to do. And even the contradictory information that you get from all of the noise out there. And so I tried it all, and yet nothing was seeming to work. So I had to figure out what is going on here. Why am I not getting the results that other people seem to be getting? I don't know what it is that I'm not doing right. So I had to go within. I put a pause on everything. And I went deep within to figure out what is going on inside of me. Who do I actually want to be? When I set out on this journey, what was I hoping to accomplish? What was I passionate about and excited about? What was my why? And where did that go along the way as I got caught up in doing the strategies and trying to figure out what everybody told me I was supposed to do? So I was left before that feeling so exhausted and powerless. And I still kept trying to push myself, thinking I just needed to do more, right? If I should be doing more and then it'll happen. I can just push myself a little harder because I wasn't going to give up on my dream, but it wasn't changing anything. So when I finally went inside and figured out, what do I enjoy? Do I enjoy, this particular strategy where you're posting 5 times a day and you have to do all these different things? And what are the things that I actually like? You have to go in and figure out, what do you enjoy doing? Because if you're using a strategy that you actually do not like at all, no matter what you try to do, the energy behind the action that you're taking when you're doing that strategy in particular is not going to be an attractive energy. It is going to repel what you are trying to accomplish. So you need to really go in and figure out for yourself, what is the strategy that I enjoy? What do I like doing? And for me, I love teaching. That is the biggest part of this, this business and this role that I have that I enjoy the most is teaching. So naturally, doing YouTube videos and having a channel and different things where I can try to be teaching and providing value is going to align much better for me than being on a different platform or in a different space where it feels very fleeting to me and it's very high energy usage without being very energy friendly, I guess you could say, because it just disappears, right? So you have to figure out what that is for you. Do you love like the fun and the excitement of some of the other platforms, or do you love doing things in person where you can actually feel the energy, or what is it that's going to light you up so that you actually fall in love with the process that you're doing, that you're not just doing it to check a box each day because somebody told you to do these 5 different things every single day, so that you're actually enjoying and that the energy behind what you're doing is going to be attracting that which you want. So in all of this, the biggest thing is getting in touch with your authenticity. So how do you know if you are working out of alignment? So first of all, if you related to any parts of my early journey and my story that I shared, then that is a big indicator that you are not working in alignment, that you are exhausted or you're overwhelmed, or you're lacking mental clarity, where things are just becoming muddled inside your head and you don't even know what direction you're going in anymore, or what the next step should be, or even who you serve anymore, or what your business is all about. So if you're losing track of some of these things, or what your goals are, and all of that is just causing you frustration and confusion, and you're tired and burnt out, then you're probably not working in alignment. So go inside, figure out who you are, what you love, and then work from there. So you really want to find your authenticity, because once you begin to work from an authentic way, not the way that people tell you you're supposed to, because this is how you're going to get, the viewers, or this is how you're going to get X, Y, or Z, or whatever it is. It's not about that, right? It's about working from your authentic self. So if you haven't noticed, people are craving authenticity more and more, especially as things like AI are becoming more and more popular. We want to see the human side of each person. We want to know who you are, because each and every one of us is completely different. There are no two people that are alike. So the way that I'm going to present something, or teach somebody, or coach somebody, is not going to be the same as, Sue or John or Billy down the road. So every single person is going to have a different approach. We have different life experiences. We all come from completely different places. We have different perspectives on things that we can bring to the table. So you need to find your authentic voice. And whatever you're doing to promote your business needs to be coming from that place, not the thing that Billy said because he got 1 million views on that and it went viral, or whatever it is. But that was Billy, right? So we need to be ourselves, because just because you say or do the same thing that somebody else did doesn't mean that that is going to have the same effect for you. So finding your authenticity is going to help you move into alignment in one of the fastest ways possible. So also understanding what your emotional guidance system is. So if you are going to make a decision, or you're going to take an action in your business, we've talked about emotions before on this channel, but understanding what is your emotional guidance system telling you in this moment. So if there's an opportunity that's presented to itself, or somebody asks you if you would like to, work with them in this area, or would like their help in a certain area, whatever it might be, use your emotions to guide you on whether or not that is the right opportunity for you at this moment in your business. Maybe in a year from now that will be, but right now it's not. Something is not feeling right. This is where we can also really develop our intuition. Your intuition is going to be one of your biggest, most powerful guides in letting you know if you're heading the right direction, pardon me, or if you're making a decision that is not aligned. So I want you to make sure that you understand these parts as you're making, taking different strategies. If you're taking different action day after day, what is your emotion behind that? Are you feeling joyful in being able to share this information that you're putting out there? Or are you just feeling frustrated or angry that you have to continue to do things that you don't enjoy doing? So just pay attention to this, because it's going to really help you to make sure that, again, you're working from alignment. You're finding the right opportunities, the right circumstances, the right people that you want to work with to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. That's a hard word to say fast. So also there's a saying that I hear all the time, that the universe loves speed when making decisions. And I would agree with that to a point, because I want to make sure that we don't just make rash decisions quickly, because we're told that if we make a quick rash decision, that then things will start to happen for us. But I also don't want us to dwell and think over things and all the possibilities of how something could go wrong forever and ever. So there is somewhere in there a beautiful balance where you're making a decision, but you're again letting your emotions guide you. Because if we make a quick rash decision that deep down is not feeling very good, and you know exactly what that feels like, there's that almost anxious feeling, like something is not sitting quite right, but I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do because this is what people have told me, right? So you know what that feels like. So get in tune with that and let it guide you, right? So don't make quick decisions just for the sake of making quick decisions. Make sure that they are aligned to what your goals are, what your dreams are, what you're trying to accomplish with your business. And then you want to make a committed decision. So once you are ready, you can tell, you feel this is aligned, this is the direction I want to go, you want to commit to that decision and don't allow yourself to turn back or look back or go to the what ifs or, oh, I shouldn't have, or whatever that is. So once you decide you want to commit, okay? So letting your intuition, your emotions guide you in making the decision and then committing to that decision so that you know that you're heading in the right direction, right? You don't want to be wishy-washy because especially like you own a business now, you need to be able to make decisions. But we have to make sure we're making the right decisions that are actually aligned and that you're not making decisions based on what somebody else has told you to do, right? So these are very important pieces. A couple of other things just on like an internal way that I invite you to consider or think about is understanding your personal energy. So each of us has a very different, of energy to us. We give off a different vibration, right? We give off a different energy. We have different energy resources available to us or stores. And if you're not familiar with human design, I invite you to just take a look at it and understand a little bit more just for information's sake about yourself. You can look it up. You can very easily figure out what your design is and then see, are you working in alignment with your design? Okay, so this is not to send anybody on a rabbit hole. You can dive really deep into this, but I think it's just a very helpful way to get more information so that you understand a little better. Like, am I pushing myself too hard? Am I an energy type where I actually shouldn't be working 10 hours a day? Maybe I should only be working a few hours a day. Or am I an energy type where it's okay and I can push and do a little bit more of that action throughout the day and I'm going to be able to recuperate better because I create my own energy. So understanding yourself on this level can also bring so much peace, especially if you find out that you are an energy type that shouldn't be pushing yourself that hard every day. And then you understand, well, no wonder I'm exhausted and overwhelmed because I've been pushing myself to act like other people, which I am just not designed for. So again, this is just really helpful to get information so that you understand better how you personally are designed, how you are personally meant to work in this world. And you can just incorporate that into everything else. And it will bring you so much peace, especially if you are working completely outside of what your energy is capable of doing. And another place I want you to think about is if you are not already doing a meditation practice, I highly recommend it. The power in meditation, I think we'll do a whole video just on this on its own, and it is absolutely incredible, and I think it's very, very powerful, and you get a lot of clarity by taking that time so that you can stop and really reflect on all the different aspects of your business or your life or your health, and then you get to download information from the universe or source or God or whatever you want to call that. And it's just incredible the power that it has in helping you to, again, bring the peace, the joy, and the alignment back into what you're doing. So I highly encourage that you start a meditation practice if you are not already doing so. So these are just some of the tips to help you understand, are you working out of alignment? Is this why you feel stuck? Why it seems that you can't get past this barrier, this ceiling, this glass ceiling that you somehow have created where you can't seem to make any more than X amount per month, and no matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, it just isn't changing. So if any of that sounds familiar, then I hope that some of these strategies are ways of trying to understand why that might be happening and why you can go within to get some clarity. And now you can find out how to work from alignment so that this doesn't happen anymore. And part of working from alignment also means that understanding you don't necessarily have to do everything on your own. That's one of the beautiful things. So as you move yourself into alignment, opportunities and circumstances are going to begin to present themselves, and you'll be able to tell if they are the right ones. And it might be that you've been looking for somebody to help you with your email campaigns or something. And maybe you wanted somebody to help you write emails, or just marketing in general, or you needed somebody to help you with some other aspect of your business, and you just weren't sure if you should do that or who it should be. And so all of these different things can start to come to you. And it's really beautiful when you start to get the right people around you, helping you bring your vision to reality, because it doesn't have to fall 100% on your shoulders. That is one of the most beautiful parts. You are creating your own company. You're creating your own business. You get to have the power to bring in whoever is going to align with your vision, whoever is going to bring this to reality, so that you can start to actually make that vision come to fruition. So I just want to leave you with that little bit of encouragement, and knowing that you don't have to do it alone. It's okay to have help, and in fact, that will make your journey that much more peaceful. So I hope that this was very helpful for you. And if you had anything in particular that really stood out to you, or you feel like really is going to help you move along and get back into alignment and find that peace and joy again in your entrepreneurial journey, then please share it below. I love being able to read the comments. And until next time, expect prosperity.